Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse here, aka BGFH, and I am back for an iOS low vision spotlight game video. But this version of the game is also on most other modern platforms. iOS, I believe Android, Xbox, PS4, Switch even, and PC, although I don't know that I would necessarily get that version for the PC, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I have another excuse to play Doom again. Because, hey, we get to play Drunken Doom, aka Doom with a touchscreen, which is really interesting, by the way. So Bethesda, we're still waiting for Doom Eternal, but they released not terribly long ago Doom 1 and Doom 2, full versions. And the two ports that were really interesting to me were the Doom ports for mobile, iOS, iPhone, iPad, and the Switch. Mainly because I own it on PC, I have the backwards compatible Xbox Live Arcade version, so I really didn't need it there. But again, Doom being one of my favorite games ever, if not my favorite game ever. Portable Doom sounds like a really good idea. So I can whip out my phone. I'm waiting for a meeting to start or something. You know what? I'll play a level of Doom. What the hell? Or the Switch. Again, playing it up with your TV on the Pro Controller, or taking the Switch with you, and I can just play Doom with regular dual joystick controls. But we're going to take a look at the iOS version because it's the most unique out of them, because it is naturally all touchscreen based. And I've played, different versions with like a controller before. So let's just jump right in and get the awesome... Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Get our music going here. So again, it just starts just like a modern id game does. You got the Bethesda logo, the id logo, and whatever the heck that is. Nerve. Okay. Doom and Wolfenstein 3D were ported to iOS a while ago, like several years ago. I did own that port, but it went away. It got discontinued from the App Store. And I don't think it really supported 64-bit processors, so I think they just kind of let it expire, and then just you couldn't re-download it again after a while. So I don't have that version. Sadly, Rage HD went the same way. But you see, we've got the Bethesda version here, and we got our, it's moving at a pretty good clip. The original Doom ran at 35 frames per second by default, but now you're getting a port that actually runs at a full 60 frames per second, which is actually a lot smoother. When you do start the game, your menu comes up. You don't have to register with Bethesda, but you get some bonuses if you do, so I would recommend it. It's a free free account. You can register. You get some kind of perks and stuff on the Bethesda website. You can get all kinds of things. There's like the Doom, the Slayers Club that they announced last year at E3. But if you register, right now you get the 4 original campaigns. Well, the 3 and then the bonus one that's just impossible. Thy flesh consumed. But then you also, if you register, you unlock bonus add-ons. So like I can go to add-ons here, and I'm using my iPhone. Oh, wait, I didn't activate those on here. I'll bring up my iPad in a little while, because I'll show you both the iPhone and iPad so you can see visually what the differences are, and like how there are some, especially control differences. But basically, if you log in, you get an account, or you get some bonus episodes. Like you get the master levels of Doom. You actually get the recently released Sigil, the new campaign that John Romero released last fall. So you get all that as a bonus on whatever platform you buy this on. So let's go new game, and let's suck. So we can new game, load, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do, of course, Knee Deep in the Dead, and we're going to do the second difficulty level. Here you go. Got your original Okay, there we go. We got our dual analog stick. I'm going to look at the screen on my phone rather than the monitor that I'm mirroring to because, well, actually, it doesn't lag as much as I thought it would. Let's see if I can look at the monitor because it's bigger. But I'm playing on my iPhone XS Max right now. And we got a good version of the MIDI. It's not like the old Sound Blaster MIDI that sounded like kind of garbage. So the lower left corner of the screen is your virtual left analog stick. Move forward, backward, strafe left, right. Your right side of the screen is your turn and shoot. So I can turn left and right. I can't look up and down because it's Doom and it is not a source port, so we're not going to worry about that. But if I tap the right side of the screen, I shoot, and there's a couple quirks to that. So we're gonna move into our first room here. In the upper right-hand corner, you've got your menu button, and then you've got your map in the upper left, so you can bring up the map. Like that, which I really don't use, but the menu comes up. And what's nice is you got a few options. You got your display, you got your options, you got your display, your video, your audio. You can adjust things there. You have gameplay, where I find that I have to play with the sensitivity a little bit, especially like when turning, because on the phone, I almost have to lower it a lot more, because otherwise I'm trying to, like, when I turn, it's hard to actually aim because I always overshoot. And you know, not shooting, but I always like overcompensate when I look around because it's such a small screen that when I go, it just goes really fast. It just doesn't feel right. The turning on the iPad and the iPhone just don't feel right. And when I played the Elderscrolls Blades, also made by Bethesda, like turning in the city, I know it's not an action game. You're mainly just exploring, and you know, like when you shoot or when you fight guys, it's just in a fixed, you know, like a fixed view, so you don't have to worry about it. But just turning in that game just feels a little better. There almost seems to be, I don't know if there's like some like turning acceleration. You see how it kind of just jumps? There's not really a good gradual move. It kind of feels... It looks a little bit more choppy on the screen than it does on my phone, but it still feels a little rough. So you kind of have to play with it and figure out which way you want to go. Do you want it to be, you know, really sensitive? Do you want it to be, you know, not quite so sensitive? You know, it's harder to turn fast, but you might be able to zero in on your enemies a little bit better. And to open things, basically, I just kind of tap in the middle of the screen, which on the phone isn't a problem. That actually feels pretty comfortable. But one of my complaints on the iPad is that the screen is so big, you should be able to just reach your thumb up, especially on the big old 12-inch iPad Pro like I have. I should just be able to reach my hand up away from where the virtual analog stick is and just tap sort of in the middle left of the screen, not move my finger totally in the horizontal middle. Because if you're moving and trying to shoot and all that stuff, it's uncomfortable to reach that far. So see, I'm trying to hit that barrel. What I find is that in this version with the touchscreen, I tend to not turn as much, but instead of like aiming with my right side of the screen, I strafe left and right because that feels a little bit better. So like I'll kind of aim roughly toward them, and then I'll kind of fine-tune it by aiming my left stick. So before we go into the second level, we're going to go in here and we're going to go grab our shotgun, because of course we are. I'm not even going to try for that secret. The one where you have to run from the back and then go up that elevator before it closes. You can have always run on or off, but when you don't have it always on, I don't know how you would run that quickly. So E1M1 is done. I'll just go over by the switch here after I grab these armors and health and whatnot. Got all your normal stats, got your music, good MIDI versions. And I think when this game originally came out, when I played it on the Switch anyway, the music was a little bit messed up. Like, I don't know if it was pitched wrong or something, but it sounded off. And they just literally released a patch yesterday or today that fixed it. So yeah, let me look at the screen again because I might be able to... There, I look at my phone and I might be able to see it a little bit better. Because there's a little bit of extra lag when I look at the monitor. We'll shoot that. Open up our secret so we can get our mega health, or our soul sphere. Come on. Okay, we hit the switch. And I don't want to spend too much time in Doom. I'll look at Doom 2 a little bit. There's going to be like a double feature in one because they're essentially, you know, the same type of deal. But I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of it on the phone. You know, a little bit on the iPad, just so that way you can see. You're not going to get as much of an idea of the small screen, just because my mirroring software makes the image quite a bit bigger. But I do have on my iPad, I have the Bethesda account unlocked, so I can kind of show you some of the actual custom campaigns that these things come with. Now, what I do like is on this version, let's go into the options menu. So the controls are a little bit jank if you're using the touchscreen. So it's hard to play on a harder difficulty. Well, let's go under options. And we have a cheats option, and we don't have to type in our famous IDDQD or IDKFA. We can just say, hey, I want God mode. And then go back in and let's say give me all the weapons or whatever. So I can still play this on ultraviolent, and even though it looks like I'm wandering around completely wasted out of my mind because of the controls, I can still play it. Like I said, I can be somewhere, and if all I have is with me is my phone, I can play some Doom. So the weird thing about shooting is I can tap the screen to shoot my pistol, my shotgun, but for an automatic weapon like the chain gun and the pulse rifle, the plasma rifle, basically you have to double tap to really initiate the rapid fire. Because if you tap and hold, it doesn't do anything. It's like I'm turning. So you have to remember that, okay, I'm going to go shoot something out here. Let's go open this door. I got to double tap, and then I can still aim while I'm shooting too, but you have to do that extra tap, which baffled me at first because I'm like, what? I have the gun. Why can't I shoot? It's a freaking rapid fire. What's going on here? So I can still do that. So that's the phone version. Got the map there. But yeah, you can adjust everything there. Let's open up Doom 1 and Doom 2 on the iPad here. Let's close that up. I will fire up the iPad real quick. Because there's some control differences, at least especially with the way they handle. Oh wait, mirror it. There we go. We have iPad Pro. And we have Doom. There we go. Got our Bethesda. Got our logos. So here's Doom on the iPad. I cannot read the menu on the phone without some magnification or visual assistance. On the iPad I can. I do wish that they had a background layer behind the text, especially when you go under options. If I go under options here, and let's say I go to, video? That red does not stand out against that background, hardly at all. And even though the text is big, the contrast is terrible. So it is kind of hard to see. Let's go back. if I go into Add-Ons, this is where you have to register for your Bethesda account. And it's weird the way this works. So we have a few different things. We have the TNT Evolution. We have their Sigil. We have the Platonia Experiment. Let's say I want Sigil. And you basically hit a button in the bottom there. We activate it. And then we go back. And then if we hit single player, now we're going to get like a level select and everything. And now we're going to go into this level. Okay, I'm going to, because I've never played this before and I'm using a touchscreen, this is going to be god-awful. I'm going to go to Options, and I'm going to go to Cheats, and I'm going to say, hell yeah, God mode, because you literally start out with an imp firing fireballs at you, and lava, so that's always a good way to start. From everything that I've heard about Sigil is that it's really cool, but really hard. Digging this music though. This original music here, that's pretty cool. So these weird little eyeball things, I guess you're supposed to shoot them. They were just decoration before, but now you can shoot them as switches, like kind of switching up a little bit of the mechanics. I'm digging. Oh, hey, Mr. Imp. Damn right. Okay, how do I get on the platform here? So I'm going to play a little bit of, just a couple minutes of Sigil here, just to show you. Now, one thing I'm wondering is, I know on the PC they had a couple different versions of the music. They have the MIDI versions, and then there was a MP3 version by Buckethead, who's a pretty crazy guitarist. I can't... Oh, reverse effects, I think that's what that is. So it doesn't look like we have the MP3 version in the iOS version, unless I just don't know how to access it, because it didn't seem to be under audio. Cool music, though. So let's go back, and we'll play here. Oh, okay, we got another imp firing somewhere. And like I said, I've never played this before, so I kind of fell in the lava, and I'm not sure where the hell I'm supposed to go. So at some point, I will probably have to find a way and either probably just pick up the Sigil. I don't remember how much it costs if you buy it from John Romero, because I may as well buy the add-on for all the Doom versions I already own. I mean, come on, if you get it through, you can get it through Steam, you can get it through, well, a couple ways to Steam. You can get it just Doom and Doom 2, and you can also get, if you get that BFG version of Doom 3, it also comes with Doom and Doom 2. So I don't know if the WADs in that version would also work with Sigil or not. But there you go, that is Sigil. Like I said, it's a full campaign. You've got these add-ons. I'm going to say quit, bring it back to our menu. Let's go to Options. Go to... Oh wait, no, I want to go to Add-Ons. Click on Sigil and deactivate it. So now when I go back to the main menu and I go single player, now it pops you back into regular Doom, which is a weird, like if it were me, what I would have done is, okay, when you log into the Bethesda account, you go under add-ons and then you download them manually. You download each one of those episodes manually. But you shouldn't have to activate them. They should just basically add another row in our episode list, just add these extra things right in there. Like, why do you have to activate the add-ons and then deactivate them? And that's clunky and kind of dumb. But, you know, like I said, there's our... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, basically like our ultraviolet. And then again, I can go under options. I can go cheats, God mode, cheats. And let's say that I want to, yeah, give me it all, baby. Oh, one thing I didn't tell you. Switching weapons. This is dumb. I mean, I see why they did it on the touchscreen. But when you're in the heat, like one of the things, especially on harder, if you're going to play Doom on a higher difficulty level, you got to be able to switch weapons quickly. But the only way that I know how to do it in this, there's no gestures or anything. You tap your Doom guy, and then you tap this weapons wheel. Tap, tap. So if I want my rockets, tap. There's my plasma gun. So there's not a way to, like, I have to take, especially on this iPad, I can't reach my thumb over without holding the iPad differently and stretching my thumb to the middle. So it's not a good way. Like, you can't play it very well. So yeah, now if I want to switch back to my shotgun, I got to reach over, tap that, and now we got our shotgun. So the best, like, if you can play it on a console, if you can play it on a PC, however you want to play it, I would say play those versions of Doom first, because those are going to be just way easier to control. Now, I should also mention control-wise, I haven't tried this, but you can also use some of those compatible iOS gamepads. And theoretically with iOS 13, now that you can pair your Xbox One controller or PS4 controller, theoretically, I would assume or hope that you might be able to even use those. So you could just put your iPad in a stand and still use a controller. And that way if you're, I don't know, visiting family or something, but you want to play some real video games and not microtransaction garbage that seems to be infecting everything, mobile and otherwise now, play some classic Doom, there you go. So that is one way you could do it. But now that you have the cheats, you can just turn them on. Even if I'm playing on my small phone, and, you know, I'm, like I said, I'm weaving around like a drunk idiot, I can still have fun with it because I don't have to worry about dying. I can still crank up the ultraviolet difficulty. I can shoot dudes. There's my imps, shoot them. Hey guys. I mean, I'll still try to play, you know, reasonably well, but if I keep over aiming, like I just did there on that guy, I can still do it. So again, the iPad, like, I wish I could reach up, you know, right in the upper left of the screen, but now I gotta contort, I gotta reach my hand way over to the middle and then hurry up and bring it back so I can actually strafe again, or move again. Ugh, I can't aim to hit that barrel to save my soul. So, we're gonna shoot those guys, we're gonna shoot that, blow him up. But there you go, I mean, that's some of the differences between Doom on the iPhone and iPad. There's a little bit of control. I find that I have to have my look sensitivity a little bit higher on the iPad, because otherwise it just feels like I'm barely moving, but then I want to lower it on the phone. You just have to play with it and find what works for you. I wish there was a better way to switch weapons, and I wish that, especially on the iPad on a larger screen, I wish that I could be closer to the left side where I normally would move to do my U's. So that is Doom 1. I'll pop into Doom 2 really quickly just so you see. There it is. So again, just like before, you can log into the Bethesda account. You don't have to, but then you're not going to get some of the bonus episodes for free that you can unlock. So you will get your full Doom 2, Doom and Doom 2 games, but you won't get all the bonus content. And I did play through a good 3 levels of the original Doom, and all secrets are there. I even got to the secret exit and got to E1M9. Only oddity I found is, I swear, in the secret of E1M2, where you go into that labyrinth area and you shoot the wall where you go get the chainsaw. There's that wall that you open up to get the armor. I swear that's in a different spot, because you would go, it's like at the last, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like at the, usually on the PC version, it's at the last turn in one direction, but it's, I swear it's in a totally different corner in this version, and I'm not quite sure why. So again, I can go new game or single player. I can new game. I have the regular version, and then I have the master levels. So there's a ton of content here. You know, you pair a controller with this thing if you don't want to use a touchscreen. You got a hell of a lot of Doom in portable mode. Or you get this for the Switch. Do it on the same thing. You can do either or both. Hell, I bought it for the Switch because why not? It's Doom. And then, just like the other one, if I go to Add-Ons, because I've logged in, I have TNT again. I have No Rest for the Living, which I don't even remember what that one is. And then the Platonia Experiment. So you still have all of those. So I can again, you have to go download them once you log in, and then you have to activate them, which is a kind of a dumb way to do it, I think. But whatever, I'll do a level of Doom 2 here just so you can see that it does work. And we'll get some kick-ass music again. And we'll do the second difficulty. Here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to wake you up yet. See, I touched the screen to aim, and then I woke up my zombies. So chainsaw, because it kind of counts as like a rapid fire, you have to double tap to activate it. So same thing applies to Doom 2. Hey buddy, I'm gonna chainsaw you. There we go. So again, to change weapons, I have to touch my icon of the Doom guy. Open the damn secret. There we go. Okay, would you kindly... Yeah. That's so much easier to do on the phone. So I gotta touch this, switch to my pistol. So switching weapons is not elegant in this game on the touchscreen at all. There's gotta be a better way to do it. Like, maybe like a swipe up, or, you know, like maybe... I don't know, there's gotta be a way to do it. There's gotta be a way to make it better. Hell, you could use the microphone and just have it recognize, you know, not a bunch of words, but you could just say like 1, 3, 7. You know, you could switch to 3 and then go to the shotgun. You could, I don't know, you could do all kinds of different things, but playing with the touchscreen by itself, no, we're not going to go to the exit. I don't know why it chopped up there. We can't go to the exit yet because we need to go get our rocket launcher in our secret that we opened up, and do not use it, because at this distance I will blow my head off. Actually, let's go to the shotgun, because shotgun. I think where we'll end it is I'll go into a little bit into level 2. We'll get the super shotgun, see how that baby feels, give that a test drive. Okay, we shoot that guy, shoot that guy. Hey! Yeah, you die too. Alright. And switch. Yeah, see, this one, I can't get the aiming right. It either feels too sensitive or not near sensitive enough. Like I keep going, like it just turns it. But then when I try to aim, then it's too sensitive, and it just, I can't get the sensitivity to feel right. So I'm trying to remember what the heck that game was called. I covered it a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. There was that zombie game where you would just look at enemies and then, like, you didn't have to hit the fire button. It would just fire as long as they were in your view. And the sensitivity in that felt pretty good. So it can be done. it's just... So there we go. There's our Doom level 2. Let's shoot that guy. And I missed. Come on, we got one more over here. There we go, zombie dude. I gotta go hit the switch so we can get... Oh no! Did we crash? If we did, we'll just end... No, we didn't. For some reason, it just exited to the home screen for some reason. So let's open up our door. Wait, how did I... Oh, am I out of shotgun ammo? Yeah, I tend to waste a lot more ammo because... Yeah, I must have been out of shotgun ammo. Because when I got one from that shotgun guy, he gets switched again. So I'll see if I can kill... Ah! There we go. Kill him for later. So, I mean, control issues aside, it seems like a really good technical port. It runs smooth. There's all the bonus content. I mean, you've got like probably between the two games, you've got a dozen episodes of content, and some of them are damn near impossible. Like I said, I still can't beat episode 4 in Doom 1, and Doom 2, vanilla Doom 2 alone is pretty tough for me. I can get through like the first 7-8 levels fairly okay. But beyond that, unless I cheat or play on like the lowest I suck mode difficulty, I'm not getting very far. So let's go in here because we want the super shotgun. Oh no. Uh-oh, we got a shotgunner behind me. Oh god. Hang on. Oh, I just pissed him off. Hang on. Okay, Mr. Shotgunner, you need to die before you kill me. Okay, yeah, I mean, watch me play like a regular Doom for PC or Brutal Doom, and just with the actual controls, you know, I'm not floundering around so miserably. Super shotgun, yeah. There we go. Get that, and we'll shoot a couple guys and we'll call it. But I wanted to show you, like I said, I know I've covered Doom and I've covered Doom mods, I've covered it in a whole bunch of different ways. I've got a whole playlist called Doomed. If you so desire, you can check those out. And we've got Let's Plays, we've got streams, we've got all kinds of nonsense. So, hey, you know what? It gives me an excuse to add more to my Doomed playlist. And I'm out of my shotgun ammo. So we gotta shoot these shotgunners with my pistol again. Probably die. But... Nice shotgunner guy. Oh, is there a guy down here somewhere? No? Okay, well. There we go, we got our shotgun ammo again. A little bit anyway. Run over here. Ow! Bastard. So now these open up, and we're gonna have all kinds of guys. Let's grab that health. See, I can't even turn around really quick. There almost needs to be like a 180 button or something. And I know like some console games would have that back in the day. Like you would hit, maybe you'd hit down twice or something. It would spin you around 180. So, you know, there are some control issues, but hey, you can play Doom on your frickin' phone. You can play Doom 2 on your phone. You can play Sigil, John Romero's new episode, on your phone, on your tablet, on your Switch, console, PC, take your pick. The age-old question, can it run Doom? And I know we had our earlier port, but it went away, but yes, now we can run it again. And on iOS, I believe both are around like $5 in the App Store for all the content that you get. And then if you sign in with your Bethesda account and you get those extra bonus episodes, I would say it's easily worth it. I mean, there's a lot of game in here. You like shooting guys, check it out. So that is just a quick look at Doom 1 and 2, Sigil, and all kinds of cool stuff for iOS and various other platforms. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sure we'll be back with some more Doom at some point on the channel or on stream or whatever, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Saw some of the differences, seen maybe if you think this would be something you would be able to see if you are low vision. Like I said, I can't read the menus on the tech or on the phone, but you know, new game is always at the top, you know, that kind of a thing. So if you use like a magnifier to kind of memorize where the options are, you can generally get through that. But the game itself is, you know, pretty much like it was in '93, so pretty easy to see overall, gameplay-wise. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, mixer.com/BGFH. And until next time, I'll chat with you in the next one.